You're watching the News Channel 15 Highlight Zone with Glenn Marini. Sports coverage you can count on with the Highlight Zone starts now.
It's definitely more than just the game of football.
We know what's at stake. We've been practicing hard and we're taking that opportunity.
We want to get there as much as anybody else does, so we got to make sure that we do everything right.
It would be a great feeling. I know the community wants us to go, the community and Woodland.
As he would have expected a small school like us to get this far. It's the greatest feeling ever.
Would an entire season of toil result in a trip to Lucas Oil? That's the question three local teams looking to answer tonight. Snider, Dwenger, Northfield, all the win away from playing for a state championship. We kick off our semi-state coverage with your 5A semi-state game. We're talking Kokomo at Snider. Panthers beat Kokomo in 2009, 2010, and 2011, winning those games by an average of 30 points. This is a little bit different of a Kokomo team, undefeated behind that big rushing attack, but on the first drive of the game, 4th and 5, it's a 15-yard touchdown pass. Kyle Wade to Keenan Walker, and it's 6-zip Kokomo. Snider responding. Dominic Scott, the senior, with a 2-yard touchdown, and it's 7-6 Snider. Still in the first. They go to the ground again. This time it's junior Money Woods, and Money Woods straight up cashing in. 27 yards on the scamper, and it's 14-6 Snider in the lead. Second quarter, now 14-12. They fumble the snap, and even when they make a mistake, it turns into roses. Scott picks it up. He runs it in 27 yards, and what was a fumble ends up a touchdown, 21-12 Snider. After a Kokomo TD, 18 seconds before half, Janari Brown already had an interception. He punches it in. It's 28-20 Snider at the half. Third quarter, opening drive for Snider. Isaac Stabling, the senior quarterback, going to Eastern Michigan. Great decision to keep it. It's 35-20 Snider at that point, and they would start to pull away. Just over 2 minutes left in the second. Kokomo punts to junior Mac Hippenhammer, and that, folks, is a terrible idea, at least if you're a Kokomo fan, because Hippenhammer scoots down the far sideline, 79 yards for the touchdown, 42-20, and the route was on in the fourth. Money Woods making the Wildcats D look silly. 33 yards on the touch. He went for 11 carries, $185, and 3 TDs. Snider wins 56-20. The Panthers are heading to the 5A state championship game next Friday down in Indianapolis.
It's a great feeling, like I said. We practice hard every day, and to come out here and do what we have to do, our coaches set up great game plans, and we just hope that we can go and perform in state.
We had a great week of practice. We worked hard. We worked real hard for this. All them shuttles that we ran this summer, it really paid off.
Coach told us all week, special teams would be a big part of the game plan, and, we just executed. 5 dubs, we got one more to win this whole thing.
Those kids played extremely hard, and we have a ton of respect for them. But we got what our goal was, and that's one more game to go. We get to stay with these guys another week, and we'll see what happens.
Sheer joy over there. Snider advancing to the 5A state title game. Kicks it for 7:05 next Friday night. They play the winner of tomorrow's Castle New Palestine game. 4A semi-state, Father Blythe Field, Bishop Dwenger at South Bend St. Joseph. The Saints looking for the program's 9th semi-state championship and their 4th in the last 8 years. In the first quarter, it's the Dwenger D doing damage first. It's Colin Burns with the interception. He's been fantastic this season for the Saints, and that would set up the Bishop Dwenger offense. Blake Podschine taking over the reins at quarterback this season. Good idea to keep it from 1 yard out. 1 yard out, I should say. It's 6-zip Bishop Dwenger. 2-point conversion was no good. Chris Schwartzkopf on the sideline. Good to see him out there, and he would love this. Second quarter, the human hammer, Peter Winklejohn, in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion good. It's 14-0 Saints. Still in the second. Now 14-7 Bishop Dwenger. Watch Amaun Clark. He's 5'6", about $150, but he is big on talent. You thought he was down. He doesn't go down until he reaches the end zone. 25-yard touchdown, and it's 21-7 Saints. Right before the half, Podschine finds Mike Hake. He makes the first defender miss, and that's enough. 28-7 Bishop Dwenger at the half. Third quarter. How about some more of that Bishop Dwenger D? Mitch Effinger coming up with the pick right there for the Saints. Later, it's Podschine with the touchdown, and yeah, you can start warming up the bus because the Dwenger Saints win it 41-7. They advance to the 4A state championship game next week down in Indianapolis. Jessica Starboard, she spent her evening in South Bend and has more on the big win.
For the first time since 2013, the Bishop Dwenger Saints are heading back to Lucas Oil Stadium. Dwenger punching their ticket to the 4A state championship with a 41-7 win over South Bend St. Joe. The Saints dedicating this season to head coach Chris Schwarzkopf, who was on the sideline watching the win, making the victory and this trip to state all the more special.
Going into the season, we knew that coach wasn't going to be with us. Fred Tone, we knew that he got sick. So we just dedicated the season to them, and we've been able to play the best Dwenger football that they've seen in a long time.
It definitely is a great feeling to get it done for them, and we're just going to keep going, and we can dedicate this game to them. That's the greatest feeling in the world, you know. After 2 years going back down there, we're going to get it done this time.
I couldn't be more excited for our team. We played outstanding tonight. Proud of everyone. Always great to have Coach Schwarzkopf. You know, he's such an inspiration to us. The way he's battled, the adversity he's gone through, makes us feel no matter, even if we're down, you know, we can battle through it like he did.
This has been nothing more than a gift that's been given to me, a gift and a blessing on top of it. I've just been so grateful to have the opportunity to do this for Coach Schwarzkopf and to be a part of this program.
Dwenger will be taking on East Central in the 4A state championship game next Saturday. The Trojans beating Roncalli 21-0. Reporting from Father Bly Field, Jessica Starboard, News Channel 15.
You can bet we'll be down there next Saturday. Hey, 1A semi-state Northfield hosting Lafayette Central Catholic at WILBUR DAWES Field. The Norsemen won the program's first sectional title in football this season. Tonight facing undefeated LCC, and early in the first, second and goal from the 5. That's Jackson Anthrop. 6-zip, Northfield down. Still in the first. They go to the air. Drake Richter's pass, though, ends up in the hands of, well, who else but Jackson Anthrop. He scoots 55 yards the other way for the touchdown. Two-point conversion was no good. It was 12-zip at that point. Now Northfield would get safety, so it's now 14-0. And then on the ensuing kickoff, after that safety, it's Ben Metzinger returning this one to the 8-yard line. So things going from bad to worse if you're a Northfield fan, because we're still in the first quarter when Jackson Anthrop, who else, would get the ball out of the backfield here. First and goal from the 8, and he finds pay dirt. After the first quarter was in the books, it was already 21-0 LCC. Second quarter, we're second and goal when it's, Jackson Anthrop. He gets the touchdown. LCC goes on to win by a final 45-6 as Northfield season comes to an end at the semi-state level. They finish the season 8-6, but still a fantastic season out at Northfield. Well, you've seen all three of our local teams that were in action tonight. For Woodland, however, their playoff push is on pause. The Warriors will travel to Whiting tomorrow for 2A semi-state, and after the break, we're going to see if they're slick enough to beat the Oilers. Woodland football is next. Give her a try on the Highlight Zone.
Don't even think about changing the channel!
Stay tuned for more Highlight Zone!